Hey Aries, welcome to your monthly reading. So I want to thank you guys so much for all the likes, comments, subscriptions, donations, and bookings. I appreciate you. Aries, this is going to be for the second half of November. Let's see what messages you all have. What's going to be the overall energy? You guys have deserving. Okay, interesting. Let's see. I really feel like things are going to be lightening up for you the second half of November, Aries. I don't know. I'm getting this energy. It's almost like maybe you've been in a pretty down period, not really feeling as motivated, as inspired. But it's almost like, I don't know, it's almost like these flowers were not blossomed just yet. I feel like the second half of November, what once looked dull and gloomy is going to brighten up for you. It almost feels like the toughness or the hard part or the hard days are over. Some of you guys were dealing with something very challenging, whether, you know, with someone or within yourself. Let me see, what's the message for Aries? That's what I'm saying. Fragmented energy is out here. So I feel like you guys are discovering the missing piece, or you're discovering what it is that makes you whole. Give me a second, Aries. Let's get a few more cards. Y'all, I had to change up the scenery. I was getting tired of the other way. I needed something new. Okay, Aries, come on now. Okay, cool. And you have taking steps here. So, teacher and the loving woman here. This is interesting because I feel like this is almost like an energy of you learning how to nurture and mother yourself. Some of you all have been having issues with your mother. You and your mother just simply don't get along, or it feels like you've changed your perspective on a situation. Something that was looking very, very down for you is starting to look up. And I feel like it was because you were missing something. And you thought that what it was that could fill that missing piece was exterior to you. And I feel like you found out that it was definitely you. Okay, Aries. It's like you're teaching yourself something. Yeah, I don't know. I get like you are mothering and nurturing yourself. Like this teacher is giving me like very masculine energy here. And then you also have this feminine energy here. So it's almost like you're parenting yourself, learning how to parent yourself. Let's clarify. Because maybe you thought you weren't deserving of something. Maybe you were feeling like your dreams and wishes were not going to come true. But it was only because it's almost like, okay, if I was to break this down, say for instance, this has something to do with your sacral chakra being out of balance or blocked. Now you're starting to have fear, you're starting to have worry, you're starting to create all of these fearful thoughts in your mind. And it feels like when you figure out that, oh, okay, so if I was to just take more time nurturing myself, loving myself, and doing the things that work best for me to refill my spirit, I'm fine. Okay, let me just clarify this energy. Oh, y'all got the Six of Cups wanting to come out. Let's see. You got the Five of Wands. I'm actually going to start letting the card. Let me see. Look, didn't I say some of you guys are not getting along with your mother? Or there's some internal issues here that you are dealing with, or that you were dealing with, and you are learning how to mother yourself, or you are overcoming these issues also, is what I'm feeling. It's like you're figuring out how to keep yourself out of this energy of feeling like there's something missing, or clarify this energy for Aries second half of November, please. energy for Aries, second half of November. You guys have the Six of Wands, so definitely overcoming something. I feel like you guys are overcoming something that was very challenging, whether this was with someone else or within yourself. I do feel like you went through a period of feeling like you would never overcome this, you would never come out of this energy. Aquarius has something very similar, so if you guys have Aquarius in your chart, you guys may want to check out their reading. I don't know, I just get that this feels more internal, but it doesn't have to be for everybody. I feel like even if it is your mother that you're having issues with, you're realizing that you can just mother yourself. You don't necessarily need your mother in order to feel, you know, nurtured and cared for. You are learning that you can do those things yourself, and that you won't even feel like there's anything missing because you're whole and complete. Some of you all, this could be your father. It doesn't have to be your mother. So let's see. Okay, this is in reverse. You have the High Priestess here in reverse. Interesting. Okay. So, Aries. Some of you guys may be finding out that you're pregnant. I feel like for some of you all, what I'm getting, it looks as though if you are on a spiritual journey, if you do any kind of healing work, you went through a tough period. It's almost like I feel like some of you guys were brought to your knees. Like you went through a really depressing, sad period, but it was almost like to test you to see if you could handle it, or to see if you would push through, if you could heal yourself. With this Five of Wands here, very challenging. It's almost like the internal was starting to appear on the outside, and it was just like a whole bunch of chaos. Like you felt just very chaotic and not like yourself. But with the Empress energy here, I feel like you've overcome that. I feel like you were able to overcome this energy, and because of that, you can now have your victory. You can now teach and show others how to do what you did, how to heal their self. With the High Priestess in reverse, I feel like this is you showcasing your gifts, your spiritual talents. This is very interesting, Aries. Okay, so let's get some more energy out here for you guys. Second half of November. I wish it wasn't a glare. Okay. Second half of November, messages for Aries. Second half of November, messages for Aries. There's that motherly energy again. So you guys have, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. Heartache and loss. It's almost like, even if this wasn't a loss physically, some of you guys had to release and purge some energy that was within you in order to welcome in this new beginning. That's how it feels. Some of you all, like I said, this is you replacing the love that you've been so desperately wanting from your mom. You're taking her position. You're doing it yourself, realizing that you can love and nurture yourself. And for others of you, like I said, I do feel like this is your gifts now being recognized and rewarded, or you are being recognized and rewarded for overcoming a very challenging situation. And it does feel like it was internal, like some internal issues, some energies from the past, some trauma that you needed to purge and release. That was very heartbreaking, very I felt a very dark, depressing energy here. So it's very heartbreaking for you to even have to look at this energy, for you to even have to face whatever this was. But I feel like it was necessary for you to purge it so that you could welcome in this new energy into your life. This is how we feel. Conflict and defeat flipped over. So something was definitely very challenging. Let's see, what is this? You guys have temptation coming out in reverse. That's what I'm saying. Something is now healed. You've healed yourself. You can now go and heal others or assist others with their healing. I see a very healthy connection coming in for some of you all. Some of you all have broken free from some sort of chain, some sort of attachment, some sort of addiction here. I was realizing, Aries, after I started doing the readings, I decided to do the thumbnails orange, and I realized that a lot of the readings that I did, there was a lot of shadow work energy coming up for the collective this month. And for some of you, that could have been the case. You could have had to do some shadow work, face your shadow self. And I feel like your shadow self is no longer feeling caged in. It's like you're walking in your authentic truth. You have done the work completely. Which, I mean, we're going to always have to heal, but you've completed this level of healing is what I say. I feel like this was something that was very painful, very traumatizing for you to even have. You didn't want to look at it. Look, this was something that you were ignoring. You didn't want to look at it. You didn't want to face it. It was very painful, very hard for you to even think about it. Honestly, you didn't even want to think about it. But I feel like you got to a point to where you realized that if you were to just show love and pour love onto that, you wouldn't feel that way anymore. You would be able to look at it, nurture it, understand it, and it wouldn't bother you or bring you to such a depressive state anymore. You got material harvest at the bottom of the deck here. So, very interesting. I'm going to clarify these cards. Heartache and loss for Aries. It's like something had to be removed. Something had to be purged in order for new energy to come in. You have the Page of Swords. Yeah, this is you. Yeah, with the High Priestess at the bottom of the deck and the Four of Pentacles. This is exactly whatever this was that you were keeping to yourself, holding on to, not really wanting to look at. You know, this was your deepest secret, or this is you analyzing yourself. I don't really feel like this has anything to do with anybody else. I just feel like this is really personal. This is you taking a look at the things that cause you pain, taking a look at what needs to be removed, what needs to be purged, finally taking a look. Because like I said, some of you all, this was something that you simply didn't want to face or look at or even talk about. Some of you all are finally talking or having this conversation with your mother. Some of you all may be healing. It's almost like you realizing that you don't necessarily need your mother to nurture and love on you, because you can do it yourself, is what's going to help heal this connection here. Because I feel like some of you guys are going to be discussing with your mom how you felt very lost without her. You're going to be talking about some very heartbreaking situations that maybe you've had to go through, or maybe that she has had to go through. I just feel a lot of conversation, a lot of talking about very uncomfortable situations. But I feel like with this Love Begins, it helps the relationship. It allows the two of you to start over from a fresh slate, and it helps release and remove the codependency. The healing comes from the detachment of codependency. Give me Love Begins here. Oh. So you have the Three of Swords and you have the Nine of Pentacles, the Chariot, and the Ten of Cups. Yeah. That's what I'm seeing. It's almost like no longer allowing yourself to sit in this energy of, oh, I'm so sad, I'm so heartbroken, nothing is ever going to work out for me, or this is even, you know, the pain and the trauma. It's like no longer sitting in that trauma, allowing yourself to break free from it, regain your independence, step away from that energy so that you can move forward and have emotional fulfillment. Now you can move forward and have this fulfillment, this new beginning, this happy family, this balanced tone, because you have released yourself from that codependent attachment to this heartache, this pain, your mother. Some of you guys, it could be your father, but you finally have released yourself. You're now independent. You now know that you can heal yourself. You are capable of doing that on your own, and that is what has progress, and well, that is what has pushed things forward with the Chariot here. Some of you all are going to be starting a family of your own, especially if this is more so relating to you doing the inner work. It's almost like this was preparing you. Like, you may say things, if you don't have any children at all, you may have really wanted to heal yourself from all of the generational cycles that, you know, your family has constantly repeated before you had children. And I see that now that you have done a great majority of the work, you can now, you know, achieve that goal. Some of you guys are going to be going from single. You've released this heartbreak, this pain from past relationships. You're now independent. You're now knowing of your self-worth. And that is progressing you towards this emotional fulfillment, this happiness, this family, this love here. Some of you all, this is definitely love, a romantic partner. Give me temptation in reverse for Aries. You guys have the 8 of Pentacles, yeah, because you've done the work. You focused on yourself, not on anyone else, but on yourself here. And you have the Ace of Swords here. Some of you all, this took some hard work. Definitely was not easy to do with the Ace of Swords, because we get to talking about truth, honesty. But what I'm also getting, if this is a family situation or a situation with your mother, you detaching and focusing on yourself and building yourself up, everyone sees that with this Ace of Swords, even your mom. And I feel like you have set an example. In a way, I'm kind of feeling like you have set an example, or you are now leading the pack. You're leading the family. Now you are encouraging others to do the work on themselves, to be more honest and truthful about who they are and what needs to be healed within themselves, so that they can also feel lighter and freer. Something about your frequency, your energy is going to feel a lot lighter. You're going to feel a lot freer, because you've released so much trauma. You've released so much energy that was holding you back, causing you a lot of internal conflict. Aries, your reading may not be that long. Let's see. Let's get a surrender card for the second half of November for you. Yeah, so some of you guys, this is a repairing of your relationship with your mother. This is some of you all starting your own family, starting a new relationship. Some of you all, because you've done so much work on yourself and you're now on a higher frequency, you feel very fulfilled emotionally because you're walking in your truth. You passed the test is what I feel like this energy is saying. You've passed the test. It's almost like you have now been able to discover your purpose. You now know what it is that you are meant to do here, because you're no longer trapped and bound by the energies that was holding you back from discovering that. Surrender for, okay, you guys have surrender to what is. So, okay, surrender to passion. Let's see one more. Okay. Surrender to spirit, surrender to divine timing. So, flow with what is instead of fighting it. When you can't change a situation, compassionately accepting it exactly as it is will bring you peace. That's what I mean, especially if this is regarding, yeah, your mother. This is you detaching. Like, you know what? I've tried to do what I could do. I'm just going to remove my energy and continue to work on myself. And I feel like it brings your mother around. And now, you know, you all are able to actually heal and work on this connection properly. Others of you, this is you. This is these past situations that you were beating yourself up about. Your mistakes, your regrets, or the trauma that you've experienced, no longer allowing those experiences to have a hold on you. You understand that it's the past. You've moved forward from it. You've made peace with it. And now you can focus on the things that bring you happiness. It says, get out of your head and feel the fire in your belly. Focus on the people or activities that ignite your passion and let it flow. I told you some of you guys are going to be discovering your purpose. You're going to be figuring out what it is that you are meant to do this lifetime. And it's just going to bring you a renewed sense of happiness. You guys have surrender to spirit. Once you've done everything you can to achieve a goal, Turn the situation over to the divine. Let spirit work its magic for you. And this is right under surrender to what is. So yeah, I feel like that goes hand in hand. And then you guys have surrender to divine timing. Sometimes divine timing may differ from your ego's timing. If a goal isn't manifesting fast enough according to your ego, be patient and trust the universal flow. Okay, so Aries, that has been your reading. So I'm seeing a lot of healing taking place for you the second half of November. A lot of clarity and a lot of peace. So I hope you guys enjoyed your reading. Make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. No personal readings at the time. I will reopen soon, but you can follow me on Instagram at Tstar Tarot. And I will see you stars in my next video. Bye.